kiss. If your heart's not in it, we could have wedded bliss. If we'd only begin it, I'm feeling low down. You know.
Hello there, and welcome back to the Lucky 38 podcast. Come on in. We're just having some whiskey and stuff. Anyway, my guest for this week is none other than my friend Miles. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How's the weather down here?
Oh my gosh, dude, that headset just stopped working. Oh my gosh, my headset.
Oh boy.
No, I can still hear out of one ear now, so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
You having a hardware malfunction?
Yeah, I'm having a lot of malfunctions. Yeah, at first it's a headset, and then like 20 minutes later it's going to be the mouse, and I'm just going to be like, rip me, right? But yeah, what's been going on with you and the gaming stuff lately?
Nothing much. I'm playing some New Vegas. A lot of New Vegas.
Of course you are. That's all I ever knew you to play. That's all I ever see you play.
All I play is Fallout. That's all I know how to play.
Like, I'm just like thinking to myself, you probably just want to join the Fallout crew just so you can be like their beta tester.
Whenever they make Fallout 5, I'll be ready.
Oh, you better be, because I'd be kind of sad if you weren't ready for it. I mean, you gotta build that vault eventually in one of those games, right?
The main vault will be mine.
It will be yours, and then you can just be like telling people what to do, man.
Yeah, I gotta tell my settlers what to do. Gotta make that food for me.
Exactly, right?
You're gonna get kicked out.
But yeah, everything's working again, so I'm fine.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, sorry about the weirdness. It's occasionally
good.
My stuff stops working. It's very odd.
It's what makes the podcast special.
All the failures.
All the failures.
So yeah, I haven't really kept track of your podcast at all because I've just been busy with work and everything. So, what type of stuff have you been talking about recently on it? Just curious.
This is actually the second episode.
Oh wow, dang! I got lucky then.
Yeah,
I got lucky.
You're one of the very first guests to be on the show.
Gasp.
Wow, the last episode was around Thanksgiving, and we talked about pretty much everything: gaming, food, gaming, war gaming.
Good.
You know, life, robots. Like we talk about literally everything. So.
Okay. Good.
Yep. So
like,
I guess the first question is, how did you start sitting be gaming?
Oh, that old channel?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like a really weird story, believe it or not.
Let's hear it then.
I don't think we really talked about it back when it was still around. It's still up, but I just haven't done anything on it besides update videos. That channel was originally created by me when I was a freshman in college. And I was like, hey, maybe it'll be fun to do do a channel. Like, I was watching PewDiePie a lot, and the first game I ever tried to record was The Crooked Man, or Crooked, or whatever you call it. That RPG. I think was it RPG Maker created? I don't remember. It's been a while. But we tried recording that, and then back then I was like really socially awkward around people. So I got someone named Taggart in, and I knew him from one of his parents who played World of Warcraft with me, and we were in the same guild and we raided. So I got her to contact him, I talked with him, and then we just started recording things, and it turned from me being socially awkward, like ridiculously awkward, to being a lot more sociable. And then I got a hold of Haseo because I wanted more than 2 people on the channel working on it because, when you only have 2 people working on a channel with one that doesn't have a lot of interest in half the things that you do, it kind of gets a little bit boring and no content gets put out. So Haseo came into the picture because he and I have been we're best friends, and I've been friends with him since we were really young. So he was a no-brainer for me. He loved video games. He already had his own channel. So I asked him, and we started working on things together. And then, as you know, all the stuff we used to upload and came out, and then we started to try to switch over for a little bit to other content, and then it ended up being related to that certain YouTuber whose name I won't mention. We went from being like stupid, immature people who kept on just saying the guy's name over and over to being more critical, but also more understanding of the problems that a game can have. So that's kind of how it started, and then how it died, so to speak. That is the full thing.
Okay. So was this you and Haseo first?
It was Taggart and myself at first, and then it was Taggart, Haseo, and I. And then it went to Haseo and I because Taggart couldn't really do anything, and everyone hated his videos whenever he uploaded, saying that I should be ashamed of him and all this stuff. So he kind of ruined it for him. So, yeah, it's odd.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him too because he was like, "Yeah, no one likes my stuff. I think I'm just gonna quit now." And just like, the way he records is really, really like monotone. Like I don't give a frig about anything. I'm just gonna do this and just do this. And I understand that's his personality. But at the same time, with YouTube, you kind of have to be more uplifting and a lot more like, upbeat, instead of being like all like prime proper. Like, if you don't show any emotion,
right,
you don't keep attention, and people think that you just don't care anymore.
Right. Yeah.
The silence.
The sound of silence.
Well, at least it's not the sound of music.
Well, that is true. That is true. What are some of your favorite memories of the group? What are some of your favorite memories of the group?
Of the group, as in the group that's no longer around? Or are we talking about Shit and Me Gaming or what?
Yeah.
Yes, to which one? I'm kind of like out of it.
The group. Your group.
So the group that I was a part of but left.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I just don't like saying the name just in case. I think one of my favorite memories, to be honest, was when I did that milk challenge. I know it's kind of sad to mention it.
Oh, no.
But then I raised all that money. I helped us finish our goal in like one big swoop. That's one of my favorite memories.
Oh, no.
Like, to be honest with you. And, like, people say I faked it, but you can't fake that. There's so many people that say I faked it. I'm just like, bros, when I get sick, I just start spitting into a bag. I'm not faking it. That was real.
That wasn't a work. That was real.
And I think another good memory was when we had Haseo on that podcast way back when.
Yeah.
It was just kind of funny because when we created that whole idea and that group ran with it after we were done with it.
Yeah.
We never thought it would actually grow to the extent that it grew to. Because we were just those guys who liked Retsu Prey, who wanted to build off of their idea but make it a little bit better. And when that happened, we were just like, holy crap, have we actually done something cool?
Yeah.
Because we went and one day uploaded Sonic Generations, and we're just like, okay, nothing's gonna happen. We're like, no one's gonna make any big deal. Like,
wow.
2 days later, I just type in the name, and then someone else made one. And then we're like, what? Okay. We're like, okay, let's be chill about this. Let's be chill. And then, like, it started becoming a bigger thing, and we're just like, did we seriously just create an entire form of content, like, that had just, like, blown up? Haseo and I have been like, we're so proud of that.
You should be.
Not because it was the craziest idea ever that we had, and we were just, like, running with it, and we went from being, like, technologically stunted, because I used to have to do the screen capture from the video player, to using the updating software and, like, actually doing something instead of just direct uploading from Twitch. So that really helped us learn a lot from when we started to do more other, like, outside things. Like, he started uploading more videos, and I started trying to edit videos more often, and it's kind of affected how we do things now, but it also helped us grow as, like, commentators and not be, like, just those guys that have a one-track mind that's, like, you know, repeating the same thing over and over again in awkwardness.
I was probably your biggest fan, to be honest. I love you.
Well, hey, Lester. One day, if he does end up doing a game that Haseo and I really like, we're afraid he's gonna do .hack or something.
Oh my god.
I'll let you in on it if it happens, because Haseo said that he'll do one more if it targets a game that he really likes. He will do one more.
I would be honored to do one of those for you, sir.
Yeah, and maybe you should start doing them yourself, Lester. Just get a crew of people together, and you know. I'll be more than happy just to listen. I'll watch them.
I don't know if I would be good at it, but I would try.
You should try. You should at least try, you know? Yeah. I mean, I think everyone needs to do one in their life to get, like, the whole idea of... Because once you experience it yourself, you kind of realize that, you know, it's not really a necessity anymore.
Right.
Like... I feel like when someone does a Let's Endure, they just kind of realize, hey, you know, this isn't something we need to do, you know, after now, because we got everything we've made our points. You see, Haseo and I kept on doing them because, one, it was fun, two, people actually enjoyed it, but after it got to, like, a point in our time doing them, when other groups were doing them, we were okay with the other groups doing them, we were happy, you know, that they were doing it. But at the same time, people started taking credit more often, and they were becoming the so-called creators of them, or the starters of them. We kind of just realized that we were phased out, and we were just like, you know, it's not fun anymore because all we do is make fun of the same person over and over again. I mean, what is there to do anymore? And then two, the entire community outside of, like, the people who watch the videos, the people who were also involved in the other videos were becoming somewhat harsh, and they're not anymore. Obviously, everyone in the community is amazing people. Like, I will never forget anything I've done with them, and I appreciate all of them still. But back then, it was more like either you're on one side or the other, and I felt kind of like, you know, it's time to leave because we didn't want to deal with drama. We don't want to deal with, you know, we were just like, that's why we kept on pushing videos onto, like, we said, if anyone wanted Let's Endures, go watch that group. Because they were doing Let's Endures, like, almost 5 times a week, which is a bit overkill.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And we were just like, go watch them guys, you know, they're the ones doing them now. We can't do these anymore. Yeah, well, that's true. I think the entirety of, like, the whole anti-communities kind of realized that, you know, it's time to give it up, which I'm actually really happy about because it just became too much.
They were doing way too many.
Yeah. But, I mean, hey, Haseo's doing a bridging now, and I'm working with him on some stuff. I'm working with a few potential YouTubers in Minecraft-related stuff, so...
How's that going?
I mean, I had to change my schedule, and I know people who are connected to bigger YouTubers that are in the Minecraft community, so they're going to try to get me involved with their crew for now, and then once I learn everything I need to learn, like, I'm still going to help them out.
Nice.
But I'm going to start doing my own stuff. But I've been doing a lot of just helping people really right now, just because I'm still focusing on school. Because I graduate next month.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, like I don't remember. It's next month or next. Like it's in a couple of months at least. Because I'm having like some really weird things happen. Where if I don't have this one last class, I graduate literally. I should be graduating this month. But if I don't, if I need the other class, I have to wait until next semester. But it's not a big deal. But I've just been so busy. Yeah, eventually. I've been so busy. It's just been rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's only fond memories I really have besides, I mean,
yeah,
certainly anything else I can think of. So a lot of my memories are gone of that time. So
yeah. That's...
So what about you, Lester? What are your favorite memories
Of what?
of that group?
Let's see. I remember when y'all did the Metal Gear Solid 3 lesson there. That was really good. I laughed a lot. And the Tinium Hearts lesson there. That
That's
really
always
good.
the favorite.
Yes, that one. That was amazing. And that time when you know who went into your foot channel, that was good.
Oh yeah, and you made that
I
video
made
too,
that
and
video of him entering the your Twitch channel. This is really funny.
I still watch that video like every couple of months.
Wow.
I still watch it. I'm not being real with you. I still watch it from time to time.
Yeah, I still do too.
I'm just like, that's my pride and joy right there. Every day we were like joking, like
What?
Haseo thought so highly of you. Like he was like, Anoko Pro is so cool. Like,
Oh my god, I didn't even know that.
yeah, oh yeah, he thinks highly of you. And then
Wow.
he was like, dude, you know who was in our chat? I'm just like, what? He's like, yeah. And then you made that video, and then I'm like, oh my god, like I'm the one that saw it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he made a video on us saying that he was like someone was calling us out, and he told us that he said like they're a bunch of idiots streaming streaming Let's Endures.
Yeah. I think he said that on Twitter.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I laughed like crazy. I was just
my
like,
favorite moment right there.
that has to be because of it. Like, I was dying of laughter that day. I'm just like, are you kidding me? And Haseo like cracked up laughing mid-stream. I remember it. Because he has that little, like the little like creepy laugh that he does.
Mhm.
And he was doing that the entire time. He was like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, he seriously did.
You're famous now.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, after spending a lot of time just looking at YouTube stuff, I kind of realized why he was upset with the whole thing. Like, you know, the whole Let's Endure, people making fun of his video content and stuff. I understand it from another perspective of business now.
Right.
But it still doesn't give him the right to insult developers who he purchases their merchandise and make everything sing like, you know, everything's hunky-dory when in reality he's making people hate his guts.
Right.
But I can see why it was ruining his business and hurting him, you know. So that's why.
Business.
Yeah, it kind of was, to be honest. Like, with all the negative reviews he was getting, like, negative comments he was getting, and the thumbs down and all that with the new, the way YouTube works is the more negative stuff, the harder it is to see your content in search results if memory serves.
Yes.
So people were like deliberately hiding his content that way. And I feel bad for him, but at the same time, if he was a nicer person, he wouldn't have this problem. So
yeah, he was a cool dude. He wouldn't be where he is.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Instead, he's in a pit of misery.
Yep. It's sad.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It could have been so much better. But that's life.
Exactly. I'm getting messages from some Twitch streamers right in the middle of this, so I'm responding in quiet like once in a while.
Famous now.
It's more like I know people that have like at least 700 followers, so not much, but it's still something, and they've been wanting help with stuff, so I've been helping them.
Minecraft?
Yeah, it's mostly, I'm getting more known somewhat in Minecraft than I was anything else. And it's just because I'm getting out there and playing more games with people like streamers and stuff, so
That's good.
I'm just really just helping them. So, yeah. I'm actually on Minecraft right now on one of the servers just doing parkour challenges while doing this.
But you can do that with Minecraft?
Yeah, you can do parkour challenges.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I've just been doing. I've just been doing parkour while doing this.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, did you see like the craziness that was Kojima's new game?
Death Stranding? Yes. That trailer was... oh my god.
I was so confused about the baby in the throat.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Does that mean that's his inner child right there, Lester? That's his inner child.
Really?
Nah, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was about to say... that would be just like Kojima to say that.
It probably, like, what if it was? What if, like, he was the entire time he's trying to protect his innocence that he has left? And
just like Kojima.
that'd be kind of funny, actually.
It would, but it also be kind of crappy writing.
It'd be kind of like, what the heck is this? I'd be concerned, actually, if that were actually what would happen.
Crazy.
And then I saw did you see the new Resident Evil DLC too?
I did not, actually.
Oh my gosh, dude. It is actually, like, one of them is actually really cool, in my opinion.
What's it about?
The first one is all about Chris Redfield. Mm-hmm. So, like, after Resident Evil, the newest one, Chris Redfield comes in and just says, you know, hey, I'm here to help, all that crap. And then it shows you everything after the fact from Chris's perspective. Mm-hmm. So, like, it does all this really crazy, cool things with it. And it goes, like, it kind of makes it more, like, trying to think of it. You have, like, certain, like, I guess they're kind of overpowered guns in some sense of the word.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're not the type of gun that you would find in, like, the Ethan playthrough that you do.
Uh-huh.
But it's interesting to say the least, and then it has, like, if you've ever played the Resident Evil, the new one, you know that girl Zoe, if you choose the route for saving Ethan's wife, gets turned into, like, a crystal thing, eventually. And I think it's, like, the uncle of the brother of the father of that family comes in and starts trying to save his niece.
Wait.
And it is ridiculous because you don't even have guns in that. You punch the monsters to death.
Punch them?
Yeah, and then like
What?
towards the end, from what I've seen, you get like a freaking electric gauntlet or something that charges up and that just punches them. Like I literally was like, it's One Punch Man right here. This is One Punch Man. I was joking about it earlier, but yeah, it's actually really interesting how they brought that out there like that, and it even shows you like the history of the disease and the mold and all that crap. You know,
It sounds really interesting.
you should try it. I mean, they did release the new, well, you know how Capcom does things, releasing DLC mixed with the game and like the gold edition and all that.
Yeah.
That came out recently, so might be a good thing for you to pick up if you haven't picked up the game yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I get it for Christmas.
Oh yeah, also, I thought I'd tell you about this, and some people can hear this if you do upload this pretty early. Humble Bundle's having a bundle for editing.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, they have Sony Vegas Pro Edit 14 for $20.
Oh wow, that's cheap.
Yeah, and they have a whole bunch of other things. So I'm literally going to be getting that as soon as I get paid this week.
I might get it too. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't have to pay $30 a month anymore for Adobe at this point.
Yeah. You're actually saving money.
Mm-hmm. I think that's all the video game stuff I can remember off the top of my head that I've seen recently.
And
so.
also, if you're watching this before Christmas, I think Assassin's Creed 4 is free on Ubisoft, on Uplay, so yeah.
Oh, is it really?
I think it's still free. I could be wrong though.
I think it was only for a short time from what I remember.
The problem is you have to install Uplay. Yeah.
Did you hear about Bayonetta?
Bayonetta 3?
Well, Bayonetta 1 and 2 are getting put to the Switch.
Yeah.
And then 3. Yeah, 3 is another Switch one.
Man, I'm about to get Switch.
I'm so happy I got one the day it came out.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, the night they announced it, I thought, oh crap, there's going to be so many people there.
Yeah.
You know, wanting it. So then I went and stayed the night out there, camped out with like 4 people.
Damn.
And it was like crazy. Like I was the first one in line, and the first one like to pick up everything when I got done and everything. Like it was probably one of the coolest things I'd ever done because I've never done that before. Like I've done midnight releases, but I've never stayed up all night to freaking pre-order a console. In hopes that I can actually get it.
That's insane.
Yeah. It was insane.
I mean, there's been a lot of games released for the Switch. I'm gonna have to get one.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're gonna do the new Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the new Pokemon, Bayonetta, Xenoblade got the release on the Switch earlier this month.
Right. Wait. That's the new Xenoblade game?
The new Xenoblade, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what else there is. I mean,
Mario Odyssey? Oh, it's...
yeah, that's supposedly good.
Yeah.
I can't think of any more right now. It's just like...
The Arms game?
That one, I don't even know what to think about that. That just seems like something like...
Seems pretty weird.
It just seems really silly.
Yeah.
Like... It just felt like I was watching a mixture of, crap, I can't remember that game on Xbox that people played. It was a party game.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
But it had 4 people that did mini games together, and I can't remember what it was. It starts with like an F or a T or something.
I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember. Oh my gosh. It's like, I played it recently too, which is why I'm like beating myself up because I can't remember it. It was like, hold on, I'm looking it up right now. But it was like a mixture of that game. Oh, it was Fusion Frenzy. Fusion Frenzy.
Ah, okay.
It reminds me of Fusion Frenzy mixed with like some form of like Toy Story characters that like shoot out their arms and then like...
Yeah.
It was like, oh my gosh, like... It was just really creepy. Or it reminds me of like those Stretch Ninja Turtle toys that they had back in the like 1990s. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it reminds me of a lot of really weird things. Trying to think about like what other games are coming out like soon, man, because there's a lot of stuff. They're remastering, I think, Rogue too, Assassin's Creed Rogue.
They are?
I heard a rumor that they were doing something with Assassin's Creed Rogue. It was like a I don't know, I saw a news article, it might have been a trick, but I've seen a news article about something related to an Assassin's Creed game that wasn't well received, and it wasn't going to be, Unity or the other game, because those were just too terrifying. But I heard a rumor of people talking about Assassin's Creed Rogue getting a port to something.
Might be to the PS4 and the PS1.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head because I haven't really been paying attention in regards to that.
Yeah.
Lately, all I've been thinking about right now is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 because I really want to get a hold of that game. Oh yeah, and they have LA Noire on the Switch.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
That'll be interesting to play.
Yeah.
Wait, they have Stardew Valley now?
On the Switch?
Stardew Valley, that game that was on Steam?
Uh-huh.
It got a port to the Switch.
Oh, wow.
And then Doom did too.
And the new Wolfenstein game is going on the Switch too.
Oh my gosh, the Switch is becoming just as
It's
powerful.
The new PS4.
That's what it's turning into. Sonic, there's the Resident Evil collections. I mean, there's so many new games coming out on it that it's. I feel like it's gonna live longer than the other Nintendo devices because it has the same type of game level as the other games. Like Payday 2's on the Switch.
What? Wow.
Yeah. It says right here, Payday 2 comes out on in February.
Wow.
Yeah, so if it's having games like that, then it's a good sign that it's going to become something bigger.
Well, it's going to be better than Wii U.
Yeah, definitely. Wii U got the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
Whenever someone talks about a Wii, I'm like, oh, do you have the Wii U? And they're like, no, I have the Wii.
I had a Wii too.
So I'm just like, oh, you have a Wii, okay. What about the Wii U? What's that?
What's the Wii U?
Seriously? What's the Wii U? That's what they've been saying. What's the Wii U? I'm like, oh my gosh, kid. Do you not know what a Wii U is? No, what is it? And I'm just like, I give up. But yeah, some crazy stuff's coming out soon.
Yep.
I'm excited about it.
Me too.
Alright, I'm trying to think about what else.
What's your favorite game?
Favorite game?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard one, dude, because I play so many games. I don't really have I have a top 5.
Okay.
Obviously one of them is kind of like Minecraft right now because I've just been playing it so much and killing time on it because I've met so many cool people on it that are actually my age. So a lot of people that are my age play it.
That's good.
Which is scary, but it's true apparently. Dot Hack GU, that entire series is one of my top favorites. Legit one of my top favorites.
Ah, okay.
Let me think what else. World of Warcraft is still one of my more favorite games just because I still play it and it updates nonstop.
Yeah.
What else? Persona 5. That has to be one of my favorites. And then, what would be the last one I can remember? My brain is kind of set to. Destiny's okay too. I've been playing Destiny 2.
On the PS4?
I originally was playing it on PS4, but then all my friends had the Xbox. I had not the Xbox, the PC version.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get the PC version pretty soon.
Yes, get it.
Do you have it, Lester?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to get it tonight just so I can play with you today.
Yes.
I love your enthusiasm.
I need more people to play it with.
I do too. I know a few people who work with some YouTubers from Minecraft community that play it. So I'm trying to get it so I can play with them and my friends. I'm just hey, I need to play with people. I'll get it.
Yes.
Your reaction is priceless. Yes.
Yes.
Lester, is that you? Like, is that your equivalent of like partying?
Maybe.
It just sounds like what someone would say when they're like on a rave or something. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, the Lester rave.
Let's dance.
Yeah, there is a Just Dance for the Switch too.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering, I was like, if he brings that up, I'm just gonna start laughing. That kills me.
Did you play the first game? The first Destiny game?
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Destiny. Yeah, I did.
Was it good?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I didn't like about this one is I kind of was hoping that they'd be giving us more time without our powers. Like, have you gotten through? You've gotten through that first mission, right, where they take away your powers,
right. Yeah.
and then like all of a sudden it's like, hey, here, have them back. Like, I was like, the idea was good. Like, I like the idea.
Right.
But my problem with it is they took it away like that. They gave it back like that. Like, I'm just kind of like, why not make it sort of like Halo, where we don't have our abilities anymore? Like, have the abilities, and we just have, a little bit of time with maybe just a shield.
Right.
But not like having our abilities back fast. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're needed, but I just wanted to have a few missions where we had to play like, more survival and more like, don't just go running in and doing stupid things.
I kind of like that first mission. You're all by yourself and you ain't got no light.
Yeah, I just like that idea of more having to rely on your skills rather than just going YOLO and then running in like a lunatic, like some people do. But we all know that is going to be a bit of a problem.
Right.
Just because of like... Hold on. Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. But I just I like the idea of having it back. But at the same time, I wish it was like maybe mid-game we got our abilities back. Because I wanted to have more of a time just pretending to be like, not really pretending, but more of like a whole, hey, I can't go rushing through this.
Right.
Because I don't want to die and have to restart from the beginning.
Yeah.
But, hey, it's their game. They can do whatever the heck they want.
Maybe Destiny 3
Destiny 3 will come out knowing the company.
Yeah.
But the key problem, or the key thing is going to be, are they going to be, how are they going to make a new problem? Because from what I remember, because I beat it on PS4, like I beat it. I was into the end game content before the new DLC came out. But from what I remember, like, I was already at level 20, I was already pretty high light level. But I'd rather play it on PC with friends so I can get better and also just be a lunatic.
Yes.
And yes, Lester, I will let you know when I get it so I can play it.
Yes.
That's the Lester zombie right there, guys. That's the Lester zombie. He's in brains. He says yes.
Yes. Have you played the Metal Gear series? Have you played the Metal Gear Solid series?
I played the last one that Kojima worked on for a little bit. Like, I was half decent at it, but
You played 5?
yeah, I was half decent at 5, but then I kind of just gave up on Metal Gear because they kind of, screwed Kojima over. I was like, I'm not supporting that game anymore.
You didn't miss much. I would say that.
Because weren't they like making another Metal Gear like 5 re-release or something?
They did a Game of the Year this one last year, and then they're doing Metal Gear Survive next year.
You see, I don't want to support Metal Gear anymore.
Why?
It's just not worth it because like what made Metal Gear was Kojima to me and all of his crew. Like,
yeah.
Why throw away what works well and then make your own botched version? It's like going to the the dollar stores or pound stores or wherever the people are from, and then getting those seeing those knockoff toys that are like called Dragon Ball C or something. They're making some random stuff up, and it looks like a botched version of every character in the series. That's what they're doing basically. No one's gonna respect. No one in their right mind who respects Kojima and likes his content is gonna get the Metal Gear game unless they are like die-hard Metal Gear fans who don't care.
Yeah, I don't see Metal Gear Survive being a big hit.
I don't see Metal Gear surviving either.
Yeah.
They should call it Metal Gear Die or something instead of Survive.
Fox died.
Yeah, because I found that title to be kind of funny. Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah.
They should just change the Survive to something more negative so it makes more sense.
Metal Gear Die.
It kind of is dying at this point. I mean,
it is.
They're trying to release a new one every year, it seems like now, because they want the hype train. But that's not going to work. Yeah, they should just let it. They should just let it die.
Well, give it to Kojima.
I mean,
either way.
Yeah, and then that Mega Man 11's coming out, right?
Yeah, coming out next year, I think.
Yeah, Haseo was going crazy for it.
Yeah.
He loves Metal Gear. And he loved Metal Gear and Mega Man.
Yeah.
But now he hates Metal Gear because Kojima's not a part of it. And he kind of hates Mega Man a little bit because of Inafune.
Right.
And how Mighty Number 9 turned out. But I don't think Inafune's involved in 11, so I think he'll be happy.
Yeah. That's pretty decent.
Well, have you seen Haseo backed Mighty Number 9 with a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
And he got all of those, those things he was promised. And they weren't what they promised. Yeah, he got them, but it took him forever.
Yeah.
And two, they weren't really what they were promised. I think they were promised a cart, some sort of colored art thing or something, and it wasn't colored. And they were promised a box, but it wasn't right, and it wasn't colored, and it was ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's just, it wasn't what he wanted.
Wow.
And then Mighty Number 9 kind of died off really fast.
Yeah.
And I think Gunvolt died out pretty fast. I think they made a second one, but I don't think anyone's going to buy Gunvolt. So it's one of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I can think about related to gaming wise right now in my head, because you keep triggering things in my head to make me be like, oh yeah, I remember this.
Have you played any of the Fallout games?
Of course I have. I haven't. I played 3 and 4.
What do you think of Fallout 4?
I mean, I like how it kind of doesn't I like the beginning because it made me really just feel like there was a piece around, a big piece.
Right.
And I was calm, and I liked how they kind of just said, hey, this is super serious. We need to get out of here. Gives you the rush of being I don't know. It gives you the rush of being chased by someone when you're not.
Right.
But then the one thing I wish they had done is kind of gone back to Fallout 3 type idea where you're a child and you learn things as a child and you start doing the tutorial through that. I kind of felt like Fallout 4 throws you straight into the game, kind of. They don't really give you much of a tutorial.
Yeah.
They give you enough to like help you learn a little bit, but I feel like they need to give you a little bit more of an understanding.
Right.
Because when I got to like the point where I got the giant suit in Fallout 4, I had gotten to like the museum. I believe it was a museum. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was. The museum.
I didn't know what the heck to do. I didn't know how to hack. I didn't know how to do anything. And like that was because like I never really did hacking much back in Fallout 3. My friend and I both like just kind of were good enough that whenever we had to hack, we just hit random buttons and it worked. Yeah, we were like just YOLO it. But then when I had to get to the point of hacking, I'm just kind of like, I don't understand this, I know you have to get a certain phrase and such and all that, but I was kind of just like not understanding it. I did like the dog. That was my favorite part.
That me?
Since you have that dog that can do everything for you, and I was like, go kill people for me.
Still this money.
Although my memory I'm always gonna have is the day that Fallout 4 came out, they released the Quantum Jones soda.
Yeah.
I got one of them.
What?
Yes, I have one.
I couldn't get one.
It was hard. I had to go to like 18 different Targets when they like restocked them, and they only gave out one per person. So I bought them
everywhere, and I couldn't find one.
Well, Lester, I'm selling it.
How much?
Well, people are selling them for a ridiculous price. If I was gonna, since you're a friend, I would go cheap. So I'll talk to you about it after this.
Okay.
Because I will ship it to places. So. But yeah, it's always gonna be my favorite thing is getting a hold of that soda when all my friends were like, "What?"
Yeah.
And this is back when I worked at GameStop. Yeah. I had gotten it, then gone into work, and I'm just like, yeah, sorry, I was at Target and like this and this place downtown trying to find a Nuka-Cola Quantum. Yeah. And they're like, oh, did you get one? I'm like, yeah, I did. They're like, dude, shit brought one for us. I'm like, they only let me sell one or buy one.
Wow.
So it was one of those little funny little moments I'm always gonna have because of Fallout.
Yeah.
The one game though that I got the biggest like ever rush over was like Modern Warfare 2.
Call of Duty?
Or it was either 2 or 3. I can't remember which one it was. Because back then it was my first midnight release I'd ever been to because a lot of my classmates in high school went there. And I'd gotten the collector's edition. So whatever edition it was, I can't remember if it was Fallout, it was Modern Warfare 2 or 3, because I know it was the night vision goggles. And those things worked like a charm, dude.
They do?
They legit worked. Like my dog, my dog back then was a black lab, so you could barely see her in the nighttime. I would just put on the night vision goggles to watch where she goes to make sure she didn't run away.
Wow.
It was funny. I laughed every time I would like be out there with my dog, and she'd just be like running around in circles and doing crazy things, and then I'd just be staring with those goggles on my head.
Wow.
Yeah, they were a good time. But yeah, I can't really think of anything bad to say about Fallout other than like the whole. Felt like the tutorial wasn't really like a tutorial. It was more like a try this one time and hope you survive.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I learned pretty quick.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Mm-hmm. That you do.
Eventually.
And can't think of really anything else right now. My brain's just kind of like, what other video game things have you done recently?
What other multiplayer games have you played?
Fortnite.
The Battle Royale?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Playing Unknown... I forgot what it's called.
Pepsi?
Yeah, I've been playing PUBG too.
On PC?
Do you have that, Lester?
Yes.
We need to play that, because
Yes.
I've been playing it a little bit, but I'm not great at it yet.
Yeah, I suck, to be honest.
So you and I need to be on a team and just... We need to be on a team and just be like...
Yeah.
One thing I never found out, does it work with like PS4 controllers? I've been trying to figure that out.
It kind of works on my Xbox One controller, but it's kind of partial. Like, you can open doors and stuff, but it's really not meant for a controller.
See, because they released it on Xbox One.
They did, yeah. They just did. I think last week.
So I'm wondering if they updated its control mechanisms to work better for you. Maybe you need to try that out.
Yeah, they may have.
You might want to look into that.
Yeah.
It has me wondering now. It has me wondering, Lester, why you do this to me.
What? What did I do?
Making me think about it now.
My bad.
It's okay. But yeah, I've been playing PUBG a little bit.
Are you good at it?
I don't think so yet. Like, I'm still trying to learn. I learn pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because it kind of reminds me a bit of DayZ in some ways with the whole, having to
does, yeah.
do all that sort of thing. But there's so many hackers on it right now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing I'm having trouble with. Like, if it weren't, like, if there weren't that many hackers, I'd probably be a lot more okay with it. But there's so many hackers where I'm just kind of like, why play?
Yeah.
Because the hackers like will headshots from halfway across the map, doing like a 360,
Yeah.
and not even aiming at you and hit you. Like, it's just like, why?
That sucks.
So once all the hackers are gone, or at least lessened, I'll probably be playing more.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent game.
Yeah, I mean, it's still technically in beta on Steam. Like, I know it was counted as still like a Steam beta or an alpha or something.
Yeah, it's an early access, as they call it. It's about to,
Yeah, but I don't think it technically is anymore.
Yeah, it's about to be like a full game, I think on the 20th.
That means tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're just both like, what, how much, like, what? And then watch the price for it go up, too.
I hope not.
Well, we already bought it,
Yeah,
so we don't have to worry about it.
I'm good. I'm good to go, but...
Yeah, but other people are not going to have it.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't go up. Is it worth $60? I don't think so. Really?
Right now, it's like 30 or 40, I think.
It's $30, yeah.
But I'm wondering if they're going to be lessening it and everything, or even making it more. Because if it gets to be like a really popular game, they're not going to have any problem getting more.
Yeah.
Getting more.
And plus,
So
they got the new desert map coming.
Yeah, that's true. They do have that new map coming.
It's a pretty good map. I played on it on the test servers.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of the test server stuff with it.
And I got into the top 10. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I think I was number 6.
Lester, the frickin' destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Well, hey, at least your name on that game isn't something creepy. Like, you remember those stupid names that they created for us back in that group?
Oh, no.
Yeah, those that rhymed with our names.
What was your name?
I'm not saying it on stream. I'm not saying it on stream or in a recording because it's just so inappropriate.
Come on.
No, because like it's because that group kept calling me that sort of thing when I left because I played Minecraft.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna bring it up anytime soon. I'm just like, whatever. I don't really want to deal with it.
Well,
I mean, you had a worse one than I did, actually, a little bit.
I don't remember that my name.
I'll tell you it after this is done, and you'll be laughing about it.
Yeah, I have no idea what my name is.
Actually, I'll type it to you real quick.
Okay. Live reaction. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god.
Yeah, you see why I didn't want to say it?
Yeah. See, I had a nicer name for you. I called you the Mile High Club, but that's just mean.
Yeah, they called
That's
you
just
something
mean.
really, really bad.
Oh my god. That's horrible.
Yeah, they called you the worst one of the two.
Oh my god.
Because at least mine can be taken two ways. Yours is taken only one way.
Oh, that is so uncreative.
Yeah, I know.
But Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a little silly. But yeah, that's everything I can remember from that day.
Yeah. Hey. We got the last laugh.
Wait, what?
We got the last laugh.
Very true. Oh yeah,
'cause
speaking
they're
of the sound of laugh, hold on, I'm about to sneeze again. You see the new FNAF game that got released?
What was that?
There's a new FNAF game out,
Uh-huh.
and it looks silly.
It
Like
does?
legit. Yeah, it's very silly. Like, it's really hard to explain it. It's like a mixture of like some sort of tycoon game where you make your own pizzeria. And then it mixes in like the classic survival horror that came from the FNAF 1 game where you're sitting in an office having to constantly check things. So like you have to like make sure everything is in the right spot at the right time to get the perfect ending. And oh my gosh, it is so weird to watch people play that. Like I played it for a little bit, but it just wasn't my favorite thing. It's all that.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, we'll actually like type into each other. That's why we're laughing.
I'm typing to myself, guys. I had the best conversations with myself ever.
Do you watch TV?
Do I watch TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have any favorite TV shows?
Not really. I just watch a lot of crime shows right now.
Yeah.
Like Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, that one's good.
I watch occasionally Super Sentai out of boredom. But it's rare. Like, I watched a little bit of Super Sentai last night just because it was like, hey, might as well just check it out. But, I mean, I mostly just watch crime shows, and then occasionally I might watch, like, Adult Swim, but it's rare.
Yes, I love Adult Swim.
Well, I mean, I watch a lot of freaking Dragon Ball Z and stuff. That counts as Adult Swim, I guess, at this point. But
Teen Hunger Force.
That's gone, dude.
It is?
Like that was like their last episode happened a long time ago.
What?
Yeah, I believe that's what happened. I think they were done.
I'm getting old.
Let me see. Yeah, final episode was back in 2015.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even know.
Unless there's like a second series that they created with the same characters, but I doubt that.
I doubt it. Yeah, so it's been on
let's
since like 2001. Or something like that.
see. Yeah, I don't see any more related to
Yeah, they're
that.
probably done.
But, yeah.
Damn. Well, that was how old I am.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's been forever.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the last season, there's a whole bunch of seasons,
Uh-huh.
and then they were done after that. And it was
Damn.
kind of like a bit shocking for people.
Yeah. That still was amazing.
I mean, it's kind of crazy to see how everything's changed so much since,
Yeah.
you know. There was 139 episodes.
Wow. That's not
That's
episodes.
crazy. They were only like 11 to 12 minutes at a time.
Yeah. They were really short.
So that's a little bit different.
Is Robot 6 still on? I love
And
that
then,
show.
what else was there that I watched a lot? Trying to remember.
You watch any sports?
Football, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you like the Panthers.
Well, yeah. Of course I do.
Yeah, they're going to get this year.
Yeah, we were surprised because we lost some people for a while
Yeah.
this year.
You did.
And we traded some good players away.
Yeah, they did.
I think someone else is taking control of the Panthers too.
Yeah.
I had heard about it like a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's kind of got me wondering. Anywho, besides that, I watch Kentucky basketball a little bit,
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and I watch Clemson a little bit. But my my team from Michael, so I don't watch them.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're really bad. Our quarterback was related to one of the Panthers.
Uh huh.
He got arrested for like beating his girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
yeah, it was bad.
Jesus.
So that's why I can't watch my own team. But yeah, anyways,
Yeah.
that's all I can think about.
Well, at least your team might make it to the playoffs.
We're not gonna win though. We never win anything.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, hey, once we get to a certain point, we always screw up.
Oh yeah, like the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that was sad.
very sad. Made me cry.
It did, yeah.
Like it was so bad. Like,
It
I was
was.
watching it too. My mom and dad were there.
At the Super, yeah, they were at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it was just like a failure for them. There's like,
Oh, they had a good time.
yeah, they did. They did.
I mean, the team didn't win, but
Well, I mean, eventually, everything will be good.
yeah,
We'll win one of these days.
yeah. At least the quarterback is good.
Mm-hmm.
I like mine. Anyway,
gosh, Lester.
Yeah, what? The Ravens suck. Like, I'm sorry, they just do. Can't stand them.
No, I bet they do.
And the sad thing is they might make it to the playoffs anyway, even though they suck. Because the AFC sucks
Really?
this year. Yeah. They might make it to the wild card. This is sad.
Dang.
Yeah. Do you watch any movies?
Bro, I just saw Star Wars yesterday.
How was it?
I mean, it's not bad, but it's not the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a Star Wars movie, but they take a lot of stuff from older movies and then just reinvent it and then bring it back.
Ah.
Like I said, it's not terrible,
Mm-hmm.
but like I just feel like they kind of lost. Like halfway through me, I feel like they lost the essence of what Star Wars is.
Huh.
And I saw something interesting today. From like an old interview that Mark Hamill had with someone back when Star Wars first came out.
Mm-hmm.
He even said there's no plot really to Star Wars back then. It was just all action. No one could follow the plot. It was just random.
Huh.
So I'm thinking that's what they were trying to go for again,
Mm-hmm.
but they kind of made the plot confusing. Just one of those things.
Yeah. I think the next movie comes out next year.
I'm not sure.
Episode 8 or whatever. I lost count.
Yeah, it'd be
since...
8. It'd be 8.
Is it 8? Okay.
Yeah, it'd be 8.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't understand, like, the reasoning they used for it.
Uh-huh.
Like, to, like, create the way they did, but, I kind of expected it to go the route that it went. Just because they didn't want to break the mold.
Right.
It's kind of like they want to reuse the mold, even though it's probably destroyed and warped beyond belief. Just from something I remember seeing.
What's your favorite
Yeah.
Star Wars movie?
My favorite?
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has to be my favorite. I don't like the old, like the newer ones. Like I don't like episode 1, 2, and 3
Oh
as
my
much
God.
because they kind of just don't feel like Star Wars.
Yeah. I remember I saw episode 2 and I fell asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep too. Actually. I woke up right at the part where they were captured in that like arena.
Yeah. It was just so boring. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, and I was like, why does he have like a mechanical hand later? And then episode 3 came,
Oh, God. I think I watched that one
and I
too.
fell asleep in that one too. And I woke up, I'm like, why are the clones attacking them?
Yep.
Yeah, I was kind of not really focused on those Star Wars. I mean, I watched them again, like, when I got them on DVD,
Uh-huh.
but it just wasn't my favorite thing.
Yeah, it just wasn't good.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it's not bad for what they were trying to go for. They're trying to go for more story than action, I think, at
Right.
that point. Because they needed to create the backstory for episode 4, 5, and 6 to be,
Yeah.
an actual thing.
Yeah.
But the problem is that they kind of went about it the wrong way, in my opinion. They made it a lot more, like, boring.
Right.
Like, I bet if they didn't keep it that way, it'd be, like, like, really just normal and awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But they went the way they did, and it made it, like, just so dull.
Yeah, it was... Well,
But, I mean, it wasn't bad.
eh.
I mean, no Star Wars is going to be, like, the worst thing you've ever seen in your life, but It was kind of like one of like the Power Rangers reboot was for me. It was kind of just like one of those, hey, it's got the name.
Oh God.
It somewhat follows the idea, but at the same time, it's not what you grew up with.
Right.
Like, if it were like for kids at like 12 or 13, that'd be different.
Right.
But for people who are like my dad's age or my age or whatever, then we like the original Star Wars where it had an actual plot and mixed with action instead of it just being like I feel like the new ones they focus too much on romance.
I haven't seen the new ones yet.
Well, I mean the episode that the movie that came out before this one, I felt like it focused way too much on romance and like rebooting the same type of idea for episode 1. That's what it turned into. I felt like it was like me watching episode 1 again. Or maybe even the beginning of like episode 4. Because it uses the idea of like someone being on another planet and being in like a just being like doing whatever they can to survive.
Right.
And I think that was kind of not the best way to go about it. I just feel like they're just basically reusing old ideas, saying, "Hey, if it doesn't, not work, then let's just keep on using it." Type mentality, and it just doesn't fit for me half the time.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just had a huge rant on that. And I saw something today on Facebook where it said basically it was a chart.
What was that?
And it said Star Wars fans, and then I said Star Wars people who liked the movie, people who hated the movie, and it said not real Star Wars fans.
Yeah, this movie.
It was one of those things.
Yeah. This movie was getting a lot of hype.
Yeah, but like it had a lot of hype, and then like it just became like people were just like, this isn't what we thought it was going to be.
Right.
How can we fix this?
Right.
Which you can't. Like the first one wasn't terrible in my opinion. Like the first rebuilt, like the first new one. But like this one just felt really, really boring to me. Like half the time.
Right.
Like it's a 2.5 hour movie, and they spent like it took them like maybe 20 minutes to get to the part people were wanting to see, and then like from there, all it was like just a lot of talking and a lot of nothing, and then like it just went to some really silly things. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead so I don't go crazy. But yeah, that's my huge little rant. So
It's good. It was good.
oh yeah, it was totally good. People are probably gonna be like, "You're not too Star Wars fan."
I learned a lot.
Yeah, don't go see it. I'm kidding. Don't go see it. Oh wait, no, never mind. You should go see it.
Yes, totally see it.
Oh man.
Please don't black us, Disney.
Oh yeah, and Disney bought like 21. Like, didn't they buy 20th Century Fox?
They did, yeah. Last week, 2 days ago.
Oh man, that's gonna be the best part.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know what that also means?
What?
So there's a little joke going around the internet where since they bought that company, people have been joking, like saying, well, Alien's a part of that company.
Right.
Doesn't that mean that the aliens are going to be Disney princesses now?
Oh, yeah. Aliens coming to the Disney Channel.
Yeah, and they're going to be Disney princesses.
The aliens are now Disney princesses.
I wonder if someone's
Never
actually
seen
gonna be
them
like,
before.
someone's probably gonna be like, no, they're not. I'm just be like, bro, they are not. It's canon. It's canon.
Like, wouldn't that be a monopoly though? Wouldn't that be a monopoly if Disney bought 20th Century Fox?
Yeah, it could be counted as one because they'd own most of the.
Yeah, I don't think that would be legal.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really in the loop when it comes to U.S. copyright law, so I wouldn't know.
I mean, with how they've done net neutrality, they probably just don't care anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if they actually gave a crap, they wouldn't be going against what most of the American people
Right.
want.
Well, hopefully Congress will set it down.
Yeah, I have a feeling they will.
Yeah.
Because even they don't want information getting linked that they
Right.
probably watch like inappropriate content on the internet, and they don't want their constituents to see it.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh no, I'm not watching. Not watching this show on TV.
Nope.
Not at all. I'm just watching.
I'm watching the History Channel. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm watching the Discovery.
I'm watching the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not watching anything bad, guys. I'm just watching the Discovery Channel.
Yeah, I'm watching, the Deadliest Cats. Kappa.
Yeah, I'm just watching these. Cats play with each other.
Yeah, like,
Just do one of those creepy things.
yeah.
My gosh, I think we're getting off on a tangent now.
Pretty much. Well,
It's kind of funny.
thank you for coming on the show, Miles. I really appreciate
Not a
it.
problem.
You're one of my favorite people. And I
Oh,
wanna
thank
hear
you,
it.
Lester.
Do you have any plugs? YouTube?
I mean, my YouTube, just in case. Like, I've been hiding my YouTube recently, just in case,
Okay, yeah. I
people have
understand.
been coming after me and stuff like
Yeah.
they did before.
I understand.
But I will say, if any of you guys do like watching Minecraft stuff, if anyone at all watches it, there's a streamer on Twitch I watch called Quality Mess. I know it's really, really weird.
Yeah.
She does a lot of high pixel stuff, and like she rages a lot, and you'll see some really interesting things. She also does have a YouTube channel with the same name, so if you guys do just randomly want to watch someone yell at things, she's the person to go to.
Okay.
And eventually I'll post my real channel, but just for now I'm just leaving it until the dust settles.
I understand.
But yeah, that's about it.
That's it?
Yep.
And, well, y'all know what it was, man. Twitter. At LOSCA, YouTube, at Twit Plus Media. Yada, yada, yada. Y'all know what it is. Thank you for coming on, Miles, once again.
Not a problem.
Thank y'all for watching this 1 hour and 18-minute podcast. And have a nice Christmas and have a great New Year. Thanks for watching. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Lucky 38 Podcast. Stay safe out there.